The forest time machine. Benny Bear was the forest's greatest inventor, at least that's what he liked to say. His treehouse workshop was stacked with shiny springs, clanking gears, and half-finished gadgets. But today Benny was working on his biggest invention yet. "I call it the forest time machine," Benny announced proudly, standing beside a large wooden box covered in pots, pans, and flashing mushrooms. Ruby Rabbit, bouncing into the workshop with her usual energy, squinted at the contraption. "Benny, that's just a cardboard box with buttons made of bottle caps." Benny huffed. "It looks like that, but it's really a state-of-the-art ultra-chrono-turbo time-traveling machine." Ruby grinned. "Well then, let's travel through time." They climbed into the box, which wobbled under their weight. Benny flipped a pancake flipper like a lever, twisted a broccoli stem dial, and hit a red jelly bean marked Go. The whole box shook as Benny made dramatic "wah" and "boom" noises. And then it happened. The mushrooms flashed bright blue, the bottle caps spun on their own. A whirling wind filled the treehouse, swirling around them like a tiny tornado. Ruby's ears flew back and Benny's fur fluffed out like a dandelion puff. The box jumped, bounced, and spun. When it landed with a thump, everything was different. The trees outside were giant ferns. The sky was a strange purple grey. A butterfly as big as a backpack flapped by lazily. Ruby blinked. "Did your pretend time machine work?" Benny peeked out. "I think we're in the past, the far past." A deep rumble shook the ground. Birds screeched and scattered from the treetops. Ruby's nose twitched. That doesn't sound like something small. It wasn't. From between two giant ferns stomped a creature taller than 10 Benny Bears stacked on top of each other. It had tiny arms, a huge head, and teeth like banana peels. It was a dinosaur, a real, live Tyrannosaurus Rex. "Oh no," squeaked Ruby, diving back into the box. "Maybe he's friendly," Benny said hopefully, though he was shaking a little. The dinosaur leaned down, blinked slowly, and gave the box a curious sniff. Then it licked the jelly bean button. Flash! The forest time machine zapped again. Benny and Ruby tumbled through whirling lights and sparkling clouds. When the box landed this time, they peeked out carefully. They were in the forest again, but it looked different. The trees were straighter, the air crisp. A group of forest animals were gathered around a strange circle of stones banging rocks together. A squirrel wearing a leaf skirt looked up. "Greetings, future beasts. Join us for the invention of fire." Benny's eyes lit up. "Oh, this is the Stone Age." Ruby grinned. "Let's help them. I'm great at starting fires. By accident, mostly." With Benny's flint spark spoon device and Ruby's speed, the fire was blazing in minutes. The Stone Age animals cheered, offered them roasted mushrooms, and gave them honorary leaf crowns. But then Benny looked at the sky. Uh-oh, it's almost dinner time. Mama Bear's making berry stew. "Back to the machine," Ruby cried. They dove inside, twisted dials, hit the jelly bean, and whir, zap, off they went again. This time the machine plopped down in a land filled with odd whirring creatures, metal birds, floating carts, and talking trees. "Whoa," whispered Ruby. "Did we go to the future?" A robot badger zoomed by and tossed them a leaflet. "Welcome to the forest of tomorrow." Benny's jaw dropped. "This place is awesome. Everything's clean, everyone's nice, and the trees sing songs." "But I miss our forest," Ruby said. "And your mama's stew." Benny nodded. "Let's go home." One final jelly bean press and the box whooshed through time once more. They landed with a soft plop in Benny's treehouse. The mushrooms stopped glowing, the bottle caps fell off, and the box let out a final pff. Ruby looked around. "Are we back?" Benny sniffed the air. "Berry stew!" They raced downstairs to find Mama Bear setting the table. "You two look like you've been through a whirlwind," she said with a smile. "You have no idea," Ruby said, giggling. Later, as they sipped stew and watched the stars, Benny whispered, That was the best pretend invention I've ever made, Ruby nudged him. Pretend? Benny, I think you actually built a real time machine. They both looked up at the treehouse. It sparkled just a little in the moonlight. Maybe it was the stars? Maybe it was leftover mushroom glow. Or maybe, just maybe. The forest time machine was ready for its next trip.